fellow MinCamers, my name is Joel E. Kalle, Interim President of MinCam. Let me extend New Year wishes of peace, love, and prosperity to all. First, I would like to thank T. Edito Empire Productions for doing this video in fulfillment of an annual tradition which I am continuing from Dr. Robert Ndifo Tamukon. May he be well as we continue to acknowledge and honor the contributions at all levels put in by him and his family to our beloved organization. I want to also take this opportunity to thank and honor all former and current executives, board members, rep assembly, task force, committee heads, and members, not to talk of our Ubuntu holders and everyday community members who just rise up every day to take the challenge of building a vibrant, united, and peaceful community through volunteering, donations, and just words of support. I come to you with a rich resume and qualified experience as community leader and organizer. You can trust, therefore, my leadership instincts and know that your beloved organization is always and is in good hands. On December 11th, 2015, the MinCam Board of Directors acknowledged the vacancy in the presidency and made a declarative decision. Noting that the business of MinCam has to continue, the MinCam board exercised its duty under our bylaws and had me, the VP at the time, succeed to the presidency in accordance to our bylaws. I am charged, therefore, with running the organization till the General Assembly convenes and calls the next election. I wish to reiterate for you some of what we have been doing since the recent change in leadership. The first, of course, is something that cannot be quantified. It is not something you can readily see or touch. It's our reset, a value represented by a palpable change in how we deal with one another in the greater community in Minnesota and how we act in our executive. We set out to rebuild trust in our executive and in our community. We are doing just that. No phone call, concern, or question will go unanswered. We have been open, responsive, and attentive to issues raised by anyone at any time, in any place. We will not flinch from answering any questions. We will continue in that spirit. We absolutely believe in transparency and accountability. To that end, while we cannot control what another person does, your revamped executive will bring you regular financial statements, especially after events have been held and in which your funds have been used. We will also bring you up to date about our bills at the community center. We are your new executive, and we believe that we are all in this together. We have to work together, period. We will do everything to call your attention to that fact regularly. No one person can or should be expected to shoulder all our problems and responsibilities. The organization belongs to all of us. We should all take responsibility for it. We will all be called upon to take responsibility for it. This, of course, does not discount or devalue in any shape or form our great donors or special volunteers. But the process stays the same. The stress is that we are all to work together in unity of purpose. We will all work together. Meetings. Meetings are the most effective milieu in which decisions are made in MinCam. Yes, we will always do behind-the-scenes consultation. We must be on the record, however, as making decisions not from the privacy of our homes, but the public place of open and deliberative democratic process and dispensation. We have to hold meetings. To that end, your executive in its first meeting undertook to hold quarterly meetings by themselves. The bylaws don't require it, but we will hold those meetings. That's what we decided. At this time, we again call on the Rep Assembly to begin holding meetings. The Rep Assembly has to hold meetings. It has to present an agenda. The public and the community has to hold them accountable. There is no way that the Rep Assembly continues without holding meetings. They absolutely have to hold meetings. They are an important part of MinCam. They have to hold meetings. We are also calling whoever eventually revises the bylaws to mandate meetings for all leadership chambers in MinCam very clearly, and to do so very, very clearly, spelling out sanctions for non-compliance. Yes, moving forward, MinCam has to have sanctions for non-compliance. We cannot have an organization which does not hold meetings. The Rep Assembly especially has to begin holding meetings. We just completed another annual tradition, that of our kids' Christmas party. You saw it for yourself. It was great. Quite a bit of work went into it. From our social committee chairlady, Mrs. Manuela Guanmesia, our PRO, Emma Wengemto, our great volunteers, our great donors, and our parents. Not to talk of our kids who came out in droves to have fun. That is all what it's about. We want to work together with everyone, but also we want to hold each other accountable. Please, we are grateful and wish to thank everyone for making it yet another success for our kids. But again, this success meant that we had to work together, and that is how we will continue moving forward. On our agenda for 2016, here are a few ideas on the executive agenda for the year 2016. We, of course, welcome your suggestions at any time. Grant writing. Ladies and gentlemen, we need help with this issue. In speaking with people in our community, it seems that we have a lot of people in our community who are able to help. People who fund 501c3 entities want you to be able to run programs where they can rate your progress, where they can see that their money is being used usefully. MinCam needs to run programs at the community center. MinCam needs to run programs as MinCam. We need to attract funding. This means we need to write grants. Please know that if you can write grants, or if you have ideas on programs that we can run, we need that help today. Do not wait. We need your help today. Community and task forces. We are seeking help with all our committees. Fund development and building use especially need the help. We do not want to again ever be caught flat-footed. Please volunteer today. Also, a while back, we did start something we styled Friends of MinCam. I'm interested in jump-starting this program again. This may be a painless way of creating a regular flow of income into MinCam coffers. $25, more or less, would not create a huge dent in most family budgets in MinCam. Please, I hope we can rev up this opportunity again for MinCam. Friends of MinCam is a program in which we ask individuals to pay a little bit of money regularly into MinCam. We spend quite a bit of money on beer, peanuts. We donate to our churches. Why not MinCam? We are going to start Friends of MinCam soon. We are calling on you to please, as usual, step up and be part of it. $20, $10, $15, or more as your pocket can afford. Please, we are calling for this effort to be started again soon, and we will start it. So please look for it to be started, and you can be part of it. We call on you for this. Bylaws. As you have witnessed here today and lately, those who wish to can always try to take advantage of anything in a troublesome bid to sow seeds of discord in a community. No matter how one thinks about the bylaws or how they have been applied, the purpose and intent of our bylaws are noble. They are as clear as broad daylight. We cannot use our bylaws to try and divide the community. Bylaws are intended to help build the community, to help protect the community, to help strengthen the community, to make sure that the community has a continuum of process in which there is no break. We cannot help but think that some people may not mean well. But the intent of all our bylaws are clear, even if they are not well written yet. We can, however, all admit that they need some help. They need to be revised. This last General Assembly charged the leadership of the board, the executive, and Rep Assembly to again revise the bylaws. The last review committee included our luminaries, our legal minds like Metro Jairo, Fonungala, and it was chaired by none other than Mr. Elijah Chair. All of them our best legal minds. All their recommendations, however, were still wholly rejected by the General Assembly. I believe, though, that we can apply common sense fixes to our bylaws. Today, I again repeat my plea to the other leadership. We should begin to call for a date and composition of the new bylaws review team. We should do this and do it now. It absolutely needs to be done. The bylaws must be reviewed and amended. Selling and sustaining our community center. By selling, I mean that telling people about it, telling people that it is there, telling people that it is open for business. This, too, is a general charge to all of us. We should never again complain that no one listens to our suggestions or ideas about how to bring progress in our community center. This executive, is open to any and all ideas. Our community center may not be the dream splendor that we envision yet, but it is good enough for right now. The building is massive, as you know. We each should be our number one resource for offering it to those who may not yet know about it. We should sell it to co-workers, business partners, friends, and relatives, as well as other communities around Minnesota. It is our home. We should wear and sell it well and proudly. We are developing plans to eventually regularly turn to the donor community like any other 501c3 entity. Until such plans bear fruit, we should get all our act together and at least try and have the CCC self-sustaining effortlessly. In other words, we should do everything to ensure that the community center is running without a threat to being shut down by the city or our bills are not paid. The CCC should be running and running well. This is something your executive has promised to do, and we will ensure that it is done. By the way, we have submitted the CCC rental contract for illegal review. This is being done as we speak. Once it is done, it will be submitted to the board of directors for approval. Brothers and sisters, fellow Cameroonians, we are indeed one another's keeper. If you have read some of the mails on our e-group lately, you might not think so. But I believe, and I know, deep inside my heart, we are one another's keeper. Please, I again say that we should think before we speak or send out emails. We should absolutely think. We should watch what we say. Words have real consequences. From the day we inaugurated MinCam and contributed to a member's passing as one body called MinCam, to this day, we have known that we can focus on unity of purpose and concern for one another. Me, I have never had it any other way. We have to stand for each other. Yes, not everybody can write a big check. Yes, not everybody can volunteer. Yes, not everybody can be at every meeting. But the concern has to be for one another and for MinCam that we all created together and that we own together. MinCam has to be protected from all divisions, from all beliefs, from all hatreds, from all things that don't get us forward. We have to protect MinCam from those things. Some of us are getting old. We have to think about our youth, how to bring them into MinCam and have them take over from us seamlessly. We want MinCam to stand on its own so that no matter who is president, no matter who is secretary, no matter what, MinCam's bylaws uphold it. An 18-year-old kid should be able to be president of MinCam without having any problems in running it. I implore all of us to be positive in our approach to our concerns. We should reject the temptation to speak first and then think of consequences later on. We should reject the default positions when it comes to our concerns. We are one community, one people, united in peace and progress by our beloved MinCam. It is something we can and should honor and cherish together at all times. May God and our ancestors richly bless and keep you over the next year and beyond. Long live MinCam. My name is Joel E. Kalle.